Yo Gundam fans, it's your friend Blues Enzan with the review of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphan Episode 2. Okay, first off, biscuit, cookie, and cracker. Enough said. Moving on. No, not moving on. Really? Okay, I understand they're orphans and they're giving horrible names. Regardless, it's a given. But seriously, food items, dang. What? Like, is cookie sweet and cracker salty? It's so messed up. What happens if someone has to call Cracker like, hey Cracker, I need you over here, Cracker? Like, it's super racist. Like, what the hell is this? Whatever. One thing though, I do love the twins. They're hilarious for me. Don't know why. I just like that adorableness. And Gundam does have a thing with having like little kid orphans with them, despite this being an orphan group. So it's something to let slide. Moving on, the opening. I know we've all seen the opening, but this is the first episode that shows the opening. So anyways, the opening was pretty badass. Like, not gonna lie, I want to raise the flag. Like, when I hear it, I feel like buying some random ass flag and just raising it. The song's fucking awesome. The intro action is amazing, and when you saw like with the Barbados having a gun, it's like, oh shit, niggas gonna get weaponry. Awesome. Alright, so moving on. In the beginning of the episode, it shows us the interface of the system. First off, I was right with the research about spiral awareness. But anyways, you interface with the unit. Understandable. Judging by what Ataline, wait, that's her name? Cataline. Yeah, the girl. What she said, it's a barbaric thing and it's used on kids because of their growing body. So I guess the best way to do the surgery is when you're a child, because your body's still growing, so it can like fuse with it better. And it gives you nano machines inside, so it goes to your cerebral, so you can process like mech data. So even if you're illiterate, like Mika, there you go. Even if you're literate like Mika, you can understand because the information is being put into your brain. That's pretty cool, and it also shows the reason why they're called Iron-Blooded Orphan, because you have nano machines in your blood. And the whole thing, like, I feel like when I'm hearing the system, it makes me feel like a Wing Zero type of thing, like Zero System. But I know it's not the same thing, but it's sort of like, you know, that's the only other Gundam series I can think of at the moment that has a whole like linking with the mobile suit. So anyways, back to the whole system. Like, oh man, that system's insane. The feedback, which makes sense. There has to be a price for that. So the mobile workers don't give you much of a feedback, but mobile suits, since that's, you know, that's a lot more information and data, it gives you more of a feedback. So that's why Mika was bleeding. Which, damn. He'll get used to it, because, you know, it's the first time for feedback. It's like every other series you ever seen or something, when something like insanely painful, in order to use something extremely painful, after a while you start getting used to it, like your body develops to it. So I'm guessing after a couple more piloting, like the feedback will be less and less, unless unless the mech gets like abuse and shit. Another thing is, when he turned on the mobile suit, like, his eyes are linked to it. That's so crazy. It's like, damn, this is fucking amazing so far. And, well, like, knowing the name of the Barbados was pretty cool. Like, when this guy was just reading it, like, oh, what does this say? He's like, Gundam frame bar, and then the main dude got the information, and he's like, Barbados. And it's like, oh shit. And with the whole fact that it says Gundam frame, that means there's multiple ones. 72 demons, son. I wonder if there's gonna be a Solomon Gundam. So anyways, Mika's fighting style. Oh my goodness. Alright, people might say, yo, his fighting's dirty. Nah, that dude is a strategist, man. That is legit 120% skill. The way how you just like threw the lance, and then when the guy's like, what the fuck, you threw the weapon, and he's in the air, grabs it and fucking takes out the arm. Oh my god. And when he goes to the mobile workers and uses them as defense while attacking them, and then when this guy had the audacity to say like, oh, you coward, it's like, nigga, your leader came with his mobile suit wrecking our people like it's all good. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And then the whole using the dust, oh man, that was crazy. And then, alright, the one part that I found hilarious is his clash with Crank. First off, Biscuit, you have a messed up name, and your sisters, but Crank, nigga, you're pretty close too. I can't say your name without thinking of the movies. So when they were doing the whole like clash of weaponry, and Clank's like, oh, your old model can't beat, like, you know, there's a newer model, and I was like, what? Didn't that happen before in freaking oh, what was it? It was like one of the Gundam series. They'll come back to me. But yeah, that whole like older unit versus newer unit thing, and just cause like your unit's new doesn't mean it's gonna beat over an old unit depending on the specs. But anyway, so he overpowered it, so there you go, you take that. Next, after the whole fight, we find out the real goal of Gallethorn. Ugh, I'm gonna butcher this name. Like, their real goal is to have Kaladi? Dang it, her name is so... Kadalia. There you go, Kadalia. They wanted her dead because when she dies, alright, the Martian people, they rely on her because she's trying to go for their independence. So, if she were to die, it'll spark them up like, yo, that's our leader. So like, okay, Gundam Wing, when the colonies wanted their independence, and then Hiro Yui was assassinated, not the pilot, the government dude, then it sparked even more like hate from the colonies onto Earth, and thus we had like Project Meteor. So in this case, they want to do something similar, like they wanted to kill her, so then the people on Mars will be like hate Earth, like those fucking assholes, they killed her savior, and then it'll spark war. Reason why they want the war? No idea. Also, they're getting funded by the Nobilis, which is like, wait, why'd you have to have the name Nobilis? I can't think of that while knowing the webtoon like Nobilis. That's so messed up. And now, moving on from that, Daji's death. Motherfucking Daji. When they found his thing, it's like, damn, man. Alright, people are like probably talking shit like, he shouldn't have been there, but he died like wanting to protect his allies. He's like, yo, they're my comrades, don't attack my comrades. That's like, dude, he really cares. All the orphans, they care about each other. That's one thing that you feel like there's not gonna be a betrayal. But yeah, and then when this guy was like, oh, Daji, why'd you have to die? Didn't you want to die being smothered by large breasts? The breasts are soft, unlike this hard cockpit. And I was like, damn, man, I want to die on large breasts too, but damn, man, that's sad. Well, anyways, moving on from that horrible tragedy, the first group, let's get real. The first corp group, those guys are assholes. Like, they're not gonna stop being assholes. It's like insane. Well, like the kids, after the kids took out these enemies and stuff, and these guys, yeah, they lost more people. But first off, you guys are gonna be dicks. You're gonna leave the orphans to all of them die so you can escape. You better fight too. So anyway, and then the pudgy dude, the one with the pot belly, like I feel like that nigga has some scheming with a little Hitler stash. He has like a scheming face, like he's like, huh, looks like time to switch sides. And throughout the whole thing, when you see him, you're like, this guy has something planned. It's surprising because in the first episode, he looks like fucking a worthless side dude, but oh shit. So anyways, the first group comes back. They call the kids. Guys are assholes. They're like, oh, how do you do this? And Orga, my nigga Orga, he was saying like, oh, well, you guys gonna do a pincer attack and stuff, being like a little smartass. So then this guy decks him, and he was gonna deck the other kids, but then Orga's like, nah, I got this. If you're gonna hit anyone, hit me. And then the guy just took out all his frustrations on Orga. Horrible thing. Like, that shows that the first group, they're extreme assholes, and they all should die. Not sure about Potbelly because he hasn't hit a kid, so I don't know. But it also shows that Orga, that dude cares. Like, I'm gonna be super sad if Orga goes evil, but that guy cares about the other orphans. That's like, wow, man. They have this brotherhood thing that's amazing. So anyways, one good thing on a side note, like even though the third group lost 42 people, the first corp lost 68. Ha! That's what you get, son. All that shit talking. So then after that, Alright, people are gonna admit, I know it's like in the first episode people didn't like Kaldadia and stuff because it sounds like her ideals will be like, you know, she's too optimist. But after seeing her whole like interview thing of Mars, she did get it. She does get the problem. She's smart. She does get the problems that the Mars orphans are suffering. Hell, they even show the scene of child prostitution. And the fact is, like, she gets it. The only thing is, you know the information, but you haven't seen it. So since she's seen it now, she's like, oh shit, it's worse than I thought. It's like, wow. So like, she's growing. She's not like freaking Relina Peacecraft that's like, kill me, hero, kill me, and then later on she went with the whole like peace thing. This one's at least, you know, she fucking knows. And the point that I had to say that she's smart, she realized instantly that her dad sold her out, even though she doesn't want to believe it, because honestly, what child would believe that their father, that their parent will sell them off to get killed? So that's like, wow. Like, I know some people are like, oh come on, believe it, like, she's freaking, your dad tried to kill you, stop being an idiot. It's like, no, honestly, can you like accept the fact that your father, your parent, will give the thumbs up for you getting killed? No. But the fact that she was able to realize it that quick is like, wow. And she's totally gonna get proof out of it anyways. And then the next thing is like, oh my god, Orga's badassness, smartness, and his bond with Mika. Okay, they decided to, like, you know, screw it, we're gonna take over this base. These guys are dicks. Since the scumbag dude who left with the money, like the boss, left, these guys are gonna take shittier jobs. Like, the orphans are guaranteed to die and they're gonna treat them even worse. So it's like, screw this, we gotta take over. And Orga was like, alright, but if Mika says no, I'm not gonna do it, guys. But if I'm serious, he's gonna be down for it. I got mixed feelings for that. Like, one is, I feel that he's showing that Mika, like, trust him to like 100%, like no fault, and at the same time it's like, Orga, that's a little cocky, dude. It's like you're guaranteed that whatever thing you suggest, as long as you put like the whole like, alright, I mean it, that this guy's gonna follow along with it. I don't know, that's a mixed feeling thing. It doesn't change Orga's badassness or stuff, but it's still like 50-50. And the whole like when he goes to see Mika and stuff, Mika's like, oh shit, you got handsomer, which is like, it was just being a dick because of the whole like his face got beat up. And then when he's trying to explain to him, yo, I got this mission to do, like this plan, and I need you for it, Mika just grabs the gun like, I got this, now tell me the plan. Like, wow. It's like, whatever you decided, like, I'm down for it. It's like, dude, man, that trust, that level of trust is so insane. The trust between the whole third group is like, wow, man. Alright, their bond is tied to family, that's a given. And then that's one thing you gotta respect about the series. Out of all the series I've seen of Gundam, I haven't seen them all, of course, but most of the ones I've seen, I have never seen a bond that strong than these orphans. It's insane, which I guess, you know, it makes sense because orphans, they all share something in common, but regardless. But dang, man. Great second episode. And also, like, the ending music, okay, the ending music's interesting. I feel like I had to hear it like 2 or 3 more times for me to give a full off like or dislike. But one thing of the ending song is when Mika just like jumped out of nowhere and he like goes into fetal position in space for temporarily. I'm like, what the fuck is that all about? That was so weird. Well, anyways, that was it. Alright, next time, before episode 3 comes out, I will do 2 reviews of 2 previous Gundam series that reminds me of the Iron-Blooded Orphan reminded me of. So you guys could probably guess which 2 series are they from episode 1 and this one, but I don't know, stay tuned. So anyways, this has been your buddy Blues Enzan signing off, and looking forward to episode 3 of Iron-Blooded Orphan. Peace!